Hello. I don't know about you, but life seems so difficult at the moment, doesn't it? Difficult for us personally, the news we hear, the grief we bear. I was talking with one of my daughters today, and we were both saying this time, this lockdown feels worse than previous ones. We feel challenged, worn out, tired, down. I spoke with someone today who said something about barely having the energy to get out of bed or the desire to do so. Have you noticed these kind of things in your hearts and minds? For myself, the things that people say, which in normal days would just bounce off, be discarded like a grazing of the skin, have wounded and hurt beyond words. Things people have said, slights about not working hard enough, not doing enough, have reduced me to tears, made me less than I should be, and caused me to respond in ways that are not me. I have no idea about you, but for me, it's been easy to let the depression of these days and the sadness of life to drown us. I'd love to hear whether that's how you feel or whether I'm on my own feeling this way. In these days, I think it's important for us to recognise how we are feeling and how it's affecting us. In biblical terms, I think we're in a time of lament. Walter Brueggemann, one of the greatest, wisest, most biblical scholars, in his book Prophetic Imagination, writes this: Jesus knew what we numb ones must learn again, that weeping must be a real because endings are real, and that weeping permits newness. His weeping permits the kingdom to come. Only those who embrace the reality of death will receive new life. Implicit in his statement is that those who do not mourn will not be comforted. Those who do not face the endings will not receive the blessing, the beginning. He is, as he most often is, right. Lament is so important. It should play such an important role within our worship, from the cries of the Psalms to the words of Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane and upon the cross. In our prayer meeting this morning at Wimpole Road with St Stephen's, our Anglican brothers and sisters, we talked quite a lot about lament. It's about the sadness we feel finding voice in the scriptures, and the fellowship that we feel when we're bound together with other Christians, just holding us up, even if we can barely move. It should be so much part of our worship, and so infrequently isn't. I think because just like the use of silence in our worship, it's something we're quite scared of. We don't want to be too honest, too broken. We don't want to air how frustrated we are. We don't want to risk sharing deep sadness, struggling, broken faith. That's such a shame. Sorrow and death, struggles and pain are part of life. And if we don't speak of them, we don't honour our own faith. And perhaps it's only when we're real with one another that real faith can grow. when we're brave enough to believe the pain that others express in the way that they express it. Perhaps only then, when people are heard, when people are seen, can hope come. When we dare to live with one another's faults, wounds, sorrows and faith, when we bring all of that in a mixed up model of pain and hope, can the real work of the church be done? I've been thinking a lot about this area of lament and starting again. I downloaded a book last week called Opening the Doors, a series of resources about faith now and how we might move out of these strange, horrible times. And one section is called Lament. And today I wanted to read for you one short psalm and two short prayers. The Pandemic Psalm is written by Ruth Wells. The two prayers come from Tim Watson. A Pandemic Psalm. Protect me, O God, for my anxiety rises like floodwater. It threatens to overcome me. Now at record levels, teetering on the highest mark. Subside it, O God. Drain the weighty water of worry from me. Where are you in the midst of all of this? Have you been swept away in the pandemic tide? I can't seem to see you. Maybe you are hidden behind PPE, silently steadfast at the bedside of those in need, comforting, holding lonely hands. Hold me, O God. Hold me too. In my need, I am tired and worn thin. Hide me under the shadow of your wings. Glory to the source of all being, Redeemer and sustaining life spirit, as it has been, is and ever shall be. Amen. Now a prayer for those with distant relatives. Creator God, author of all eternity, to you galaxies are millimeters and years are but grains of sand. You hold before you all times and all places. Yet to me these deep concepts are beyond my understanding. I feel the distance of relatives and friends. I feel the ache of my concern for them, and I can do nothing about it. They are removed from me, held at a distance, socially separated by miles and meters, hours and minutes. Give me peace of mind, Lord, for the welfare of all those I cannot visit. Make yourself known to me and make yourself known to them, that they might know your peace and find support and comfort in their local communities. I pray for my peace and theirs. Speak, O God, into the void. Amen. And finally, a prayer today for those struggling with their mental health. Gentle healer, you are the bringer of peace and the healer of hurts. Make yourself known to me. I am struggling in body, mind and spirit. The stresses of this time are taking their toll. And I am waylaid by turmoil, fear, anxiety, depression and stress. They cloak me in their shadow, and I feel distant from your light. Shine brightly into my heart and life, Lord. Walk with me as I take baby steps towards recovery. Stay with me when I cannot go on. Shelter me when the attacks come. Guard me and my heart from the traps and snares that lay before me. Strengthen me for the journey and set before me a way forward, that as fellow pilgrims on the way towards Emmaus, we might share and grow together. Accompany me towards the feast, where with bread and wine and fellowship again, you will be revealed once more. Amen. I pray that those prayers, as simple and as honest as they are, might be a blessing to your hearts as they have been to mine. God bless you.